Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hermitcraft. Tango here, guys. And wow. I need to thank you guys for the support on the last episode. Starting this little iron farm here, and then we're not even close to done yet. Look at this mess somebody made. Mess everywhere. Mess. Oh, guys, the response on the last episode was amazing. Thank you so much for everyone hitting that like button, leaving all those positive comments. The video broke like all kinds of records on my channel for most views in the first day. Absolutely amazing. We had my biggest live stream ever yesterday. Just the turnout has been phenomenal. So, wow. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Just makes me want to keep doing nothing but cranking out more videos for you guys. So, look, we got a mess here. We brought a bunch of netherrack up here, and we started bringing the villagers in here. Obviously, we have crazy minecart tracks of doom here from the village breeder all the way down there, up the ramp, around. We got our first guy in over here. This is going to be our prime villager detector on the east side here. The one we're going to be doing riding up and down on the I got all the redstone in here too. I'll show you how this works. He's going to be the one that's bouncing up and riding these gates there and stuff. Over here, we got a bunch of villagers in... There's a lot of redstone here. We'll go over all the redstone later. These guys over here, the giant melded faces, just double-faced villagers here. I love them. They're just mashing. They're so tight. I got like 23 or so in there, I think. Let's see. How many? It looks like 22, maybe. Hard to tell. Obviously, there could be creatures down below there past them, but... And I think I've got like 14 or so. Looks like maybe 13 in there. So I got to get like another 10 or so in there. I want to have over 20 in each. Obviously, I can't put them both in the same holding area because of max entity cramming. They'll start getting cranky and they spit on each other, and someone usually dies, and it's kind of scary. So we're going to put a little bit over 20 in each of those. Now, the reason we need so many villagers is because the more villagers you have, it does not increase the rate at which golems spawn, but it does allow you to have more golems in your spawn area at the same time. So given the rates of this farm, we want to be able to support 3, if not 4 villager or golems in the spawn area at the same time. So that's why we're gonna have 40 villagers right there. So basically the way it works is you divide the number of villagers in range of your village by 10, and that's how many golems you can support having in the area. So with 4 allowed, we shouldn't hit any cap issues there, because especially with the drop area we're gonna have, the golems are gonna spawn and they're gonna be out within a second. So it should be good there. But yeah, the big thing we got to do now, like I said, we got all the redstone done, not all done here, but we'll go over that toward the end of the episode. I think once things are working here, hopefully. I've got to get the next boater villager over there. Like I said, I got to get a bunch of villagers in that little second holding area there. And then we got to get one stupid guy out there. He's going to ride that little piston there. No boat for him. He's just all alone by himself. He's very sad. So let me get on that now. Once we get the villagers in here, then we can start building the crazy tower that's going to go up into the sky. That's going to make all the crazy villager merging happen. It's going to be a fun episode, guys. Sit tight. Hey, boys. Ready in there? You ready? It's a little bit tight, a little bit of squeeze in there. We got a couple guys who somehow miraculously got out. I have no idea how they did, but whatever. Anyways, we got a lot of villagers set up here, ready to go. It should be more than enough for what we need today. I don't know why there's hearts out here, I think, because they're still in range of the village here. I don't know, it doesn't matter. This whole village breeder thing needs to come down anyways, because it's messing up my carrots and potato farm and stuff in there. So once I get villagers in for this golem farm, I think it's time to shut this guy down. But anyway, here we go. You want to be first? You want a life of imprisonment and a 1x1? How about... you might be too far away. Let's see. We'll have to get one of your friends there first. There we go. Oh! Of course, it's going to be a stupid librarian. Figures. Alright, here he goes. He's on his way. Go, 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 up the hill, And in the hole. And I missed. Alright, so I've been driving these guys up here. Got a little double glass here so they don't suffocate, but it keeps them in there. And then I'm doing a super high-tech system of break the cart, break the block, he falls in, replace the block. Oh, I lost it. How... Alright, we're gonna steal one of these. Give me. Alright, there we go. You go there. Excellent. Next one. Alright, gonna try a bunch at once here. Here we go. Let's see. 1. 2. 3. Excellent. Give me all the trashy guys. 4. And 5. I love this. This is so easy. And 6. And 7. 7? No. 7? No. Okay. Go. Excellent. All to the top. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Up that hill. Up the hill. Go. You're floating next to the track. I'm not sure how you're doing that, but keep on going. They're all in here. They're all jammed up and very confused, so I got to get in here and play traffic guard here. All right. Everybody out. Everybody out of the pool until I do one at a time here. This is a one-at-a-time system here, all right? Go. Go. God, they're not going to cooperate, I can tell already. All right, give me a block. I need more block. Give me one of you. Oh, I'm just stealing blocks from this system here. Go back. Go back. How about that? And then we'll say you go... Go back down the hill. Ah, fun with villagers. Okay, you. No. No. No, no. No, no, no. No, get off. Get off. No, it's not worth dying. No. Okay, goodbye. Alright, fool. Time for the old boat switcheroo here. Here we go. You don't get crazy. Putting the boat down. Putting the boat down. And anytime I want to put a boat down, that'd be great. Where'd the boat go? What? The boat was just in my inventory. Where'd it go? Okay, got your dumb butt in the boat finally. Let's see here. No! Crap! Get back here! Let's try this again. Let's try this again. This time we're going to turn on a little bounding volumes here so I can see what's going on. I'm not clicking you over there. I see that. I'm going to do this sneaky under here this time. There and there. And you fall. Thank you very much. Enjoy your life down there. Yes, yes, very good. After much derpiness, all of the villagers are in place now. So this is a good thing. That was a major task completed. So let me go over what the villagers are here and like what their intent is. So we have this guy here who is on the west side. I think I actually said this was on the east side before, but he's on the west side. I did a little bit more of the redstone here, and this looks like a mess right now. This right here is like the most complicated redstone in the whole build, really. So it's kind of a jumble here, but it gets the job done, and we're going to be building more there in a second. This guy right here, hi. This is the villager that is going to detect all the doors on this western side. All 64, all of them down there. So he's going to go in this position. He can reference the top doors. When he falls down and lands on that gate, he can see the bottom doors. And when he's all the way down at the bottom, he's in the like reset me position. This guy, or these guys over here now, right in their nice little cave over there, there's about 40 to 40, there's over 40, it's probably like closer to 45 or so villagers in those two holding cells. Obviously they're split for entity cramming reasons. Those guys are the ones that are there that basically just allow me to spawn more golems. I think I might have said this already. Anyways, their positioning though is actually kind of interesting because they're in a position where they are just outside of range of seeing any of these doors. If you remember last episode, I was talking about how villagers can only see 16 blocks in the X and Z direction, so they barely just miss seeing that door and that door over there. But they are in range of the village itself and are considered to be members of the village, which allows more golems to spawn, which is actually kind of cool. Again, more redstone over here. We have some lines for like resetting and different synchronization stuff and everything. We have this guy over here who is the opposite of the other one over there. He's got the same 3 positions, 1, 2, 3 here, and is responsible, again, for checking all the doors down below us here. And then that guy out there, one little lonely guy out in his little pedestal there, his whole responsibility is to, basically we're going to be building the villages up in the sky. Oh, that was weird. I got a little pop-up on my screen right now. How about no, Windows? Wow, that was weird. Windows just gave me a pop-up. It's like, hi, we're taking over your computer now. And I said, eat it. Anyways, did anyone else get that recently? Windows being a little more invasive? Anyways, like I said, we're going to be forming the villages up in the sky over there. We're going to get to that in just a second. And we're going to have like this big village with a huge radius. And I'll talk about village radius and stuff like that. This guy over here, when he pops up, there's going to be some doors above him there, which actually I should start putting in now. Actually, let me do that first. He detects those doors, and it basically is going to take that massive village over there and really pull it over here by adding a lot of doors, which, again, if you remember last episode, it's the like kind of the rolling averages of all the doors positions. By adding a lot of doors over here, it pulls that village into position. That's what allows us to add these doors to that new village. Blah 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 blah. It'll make more sense when we get on my creative server in a little bit here, and I'll show you how all these villages merge together. But yeah, let me get the doors in down there, and actually, yeah, let's do that. And I'm gonna start building the tower over here, going up to the sky. Okay, we have a little bit of something going on here. I will explain this all in more detail when we jump over to my creative world, which has this whole thing built. But I want to show you where we're starting here, basically. A lot of this redstone that you saw a second ago is tying into this right here. What we have is, right here is going to be a huge drop shaft where a villager is going to drop down into this water stream, get pushed over here, and then climb back up this. And this is going to go like way up, like 70 blocks or so. This is basically his return process. And when he's climbing up this, that is the time that is required for all the registered doors to deregister, all the temporary ones like these that I just added. And when he's falling down here, he's going to stop at key locations with these little given systems here. There's going to be like 3 or 4 of these. I'll explain those again in more detail in a second. So he's going to stop there, wait a little bit, fall, and then come down to here, and then loop back around. Just want to let you know how this generally works. Let me build this all out and get it up there, and then there's going to be a couple more little platforms with like 1 door or 4 doors like up there in the sky. And I'm going to get those in now too. Oh yeah, we are done. We are done. And when I say done, I mean we're actually pretty much done here. The only thing I don't have is the spawn pad area, which obviously is a big deal, but I have gone back and double checked everything here against my creative world design, found a couple of mistakes. I think I've got them all here. I think we are actually completely done with the actual village building portion and everything. So I have this tower going all the way up here that the villager will swim up, goes over a little bit, and then there's this long drop shaft, which he's going to drop. All this, trust me, I know all this stuff makes no sense to you right now whatsoever, but we're going to hop over to my creative world in just a second. I got 1 door there that's covered up just correctly to be a village. I have 4 doors there in a very specific position, very specific orientation, with roof to make those valid village doors, slabs on top to prevent spawning and stuff. And then I have 6 more down there, again, another very specific position. So, yeah, the idea here is, like I said, the villager's going to swim up here, go over there, and then fall down. And at each stop here, at there, or actually not right there, at there and there, 2 different spots there, I need to get him to basically fall, stop at a very specific location for 6 seconds exactly, and then continue falling again. And what I came up with is a kind of cool little compact thing I want to show you here. It's like a fallinator was what we're going to call it. I don't know. It doesn't have a name. But anyways, let me show you what we got here. Let me pop up here. Obviously, the netherrack is not part of it. So we've got a fence gate. Okay, as you know, fence gates, when they open up, they have no collision box, so you can fall right through them. So the villager will fall down this, like, this is the 1x1 hole that represents that whole thing right there. Okay, so like what I'm showing you is basically what's up right there and right there. So the villager will fall in here and hit this tripwire hook, and when he does, he'll turn this torch off right here, and it unpowers this guy right here. So these 16 blocks are going to start flowing over to this side because he's locked now because of the tripwire hook, because the villager is standing on top of the closed there's a gate thing, yeah. And as soon as this thing is empty, this comparator goes off, which then turns this torch back on, which then opens the gate and he falls through. The other trick, which I didn't build, is there has to be, you can probably see it, you can't, something inside of that block. There has to be some vines here to stop the villager from plummeting to his death. So he'll hit the double vines, loses all his falling momentum, and then lands on, and you basically get this. Wait for like 6 seconds or so. It's not or so, it's actually should be pretty exact. And then he falls through again. Really cool stuff. I don't know, for some reason I'm pretty excited about that. I like it. And obviously the time they hang there is configurable based on the amount of items you put in this hopper here. So pretty cool stuff there. So what do you say we head over to the creative world and explain how this entire monstrosity works? All right, here we go in the world where I spent many, many hours designing this thing. So this is probably going to be a long clip as I basically explain how this entire farm works. Hope you guys are interested. So here we go. Yeah, the first thing you're going to see is obviously all these little fancy dots here, and you're wondering what they are. By the way, I got to apologize. My frame rate's only like 30 or 35 here as it's rendering all these dots here. So I do apologize for that. Hope it's not too bad. But anyways, here we go. Let me show you what this does. This is the Villager Marker mod, originally done by an old friend of mine, Cabo PC, used to be on the Zip Crowd crew and everything. Really good guy. Anyways, let me show you what this does. So whenever you make a valid village, which this guy should do, there he goes. Okay. That villager detected that door as a valid village door. And now you can see we get this blue sphere around it. That represents the village radius, okay? The radius of a village is either the minimum of 32 blocks or the distance between the center of a village and its farthest door that's in that village. So in this case, it's 32 blocks because there's only one door. All right, the box here you're seeing is the area which golems will spawn if all the conditions are met. And the other feature it has, the third thing it does, let's see if I can do this guy right here. Is that going to work? You going to see that door? Yeah, okay, cool. The other thing it does is it draws a line from every door from one of the corners of it. This one's actually drawing from like that corner of it, the block it's in. And they all draw to the center of the village. So this village only has 2 doors, that one and that one right now. And it has the center point is right there. And this box should be centered on it. So once you start getting a lot of villages, those lines start getting pretty crazy, like this over here. Let me show you what we got going on down here. Okay, so down here, this rainbow effect, every time you make a new village, it kind of cycles through new colors. So you can see this, these are all the doors registered in this iron farm right now. And you can see, it's kind of a little blurry because of the box. Hey, buddy, out of the way. I'm inside the golem spawn area, so it's a little weird. But you can see how they all crisscross on that precise point there. There's those, and then there's another set, which actually is right... I'm having a hard time seeing both of them, but there's 2 layers here. The other layer is, you can see right here, all coming in. So that's actually right. Let's see if I can fly through this here. Spectator mode is much better. There you go. You can see both layers there. So they meet in there. And, you know, obviously when you back way out, you can see only 2 circles. That's because each circle has 32 villages overlapped on it precisely. So it only looks like you're only seeing the last 2 colors that were created or whatever. So there you go. My spawn pads here are junk and they don't even have the right amount and everything. So spawn rates are going to be really low here. So don't worry about that. All right. So the process, okay, there's this button right here. This button resets the whole thing. When it does, both of the boat villagers that we talked about right here are going to drop all the way down to the sponge down there, and they're going to hang there for a little bit. During that time, they are not in range of any of these doors here, so they can't detect any of these doors. Oh, I got a golem inside there. That's an issue I still got to work out. We'll talk about that one later. Where was I? Oh yeah, they can't see these doors anymore, so they are going to basically take 60 seconds and deregister them. So get this guy here is going to fall down, and these doors are all going to deregister. When they do, all these villages are going to go away because there's just nothing there. So it basically resets the system, okay? At the same time that I reset the system, this villager here, which on the Hermitcraft server, I still need to actually get him in here. That gate's going to open up right there, and he's going to start flowing and going all the way up this elevator, okay? Now, this elevator, this is like the best part. When I figured this out, I was very excited. The elevator it's kind of like a double awesome whammy here, okay? It's just the right height for these doors to be out of range of those villages down there, but it also takes him almost exactly 60 seconds for him to climb this elevator. So I don't need any 60-second counter to reset anything. I just let the villager swim up, and it does great things. So he's going up there, okay? And we're gonna do this in a second, but I want to describe it first. So he's gonna swim up there, and just as he's getting up to here or so, right around this corner, ignore the command blocks. That was just for me to remotely turn it on and off. All those villages are going to go away, okay? He's going to slide over here now. You can see a little vine here to slow him down a little bit. But in the process of him going from basically here to here, he's going to detect this door. I have a half door here just for simplicity. And it's going to register the first village. And again, his sphere is going to be just outside the range of any existing villages that are going to be down there. And again, of course, the first one, there won't be any. But on subsequent ones, there will be a whole ton down there, okay? So he's going to register the first village there with 1 door, and is immediately going to start falling all the way down to here. And this should look familiar. This is the device I just showed you right now. He's going to slow down from the vines, hit the gate, and hang on there for 6 seconds. And as he's there, he's going to see these doors here. And these doors are just out of range again in the right position where they're going to link up with him instead of any existing villages down there. And it's going to move the village. And this is where we get into the whole how to move a village. Like before, the center point of the village was obviously up there. Now, when you add these 4 doors, it's going to not massively, but significantly pull the center point of the village down more than halfway, down to like right here or so, because there's 4 doors here and only 1 up there. So it's a much more like a weighted average is going to pull down to like right there. Then the village is going to fall again to another one of these drop catcher things. And he's going to register these 6 doors here, which again is going to further pull the village down even more. And what that does now is the center of this village will be like right in this area somewhere. I'd have to see. I don't remember. But it's going to be closer than any of these villages here. So next, that villager that's falling is done. He falls down and is going to start his loop again and climb all the way back up. But before he does, he hits this tripwire here, which goes to a whole bunch of redstone here. And is first going to trigger this piston counting system that we talked about last episode. And it's going to expose the first set of villages here. And at the same time, this guy is going to spring up and sit on top of the top gate. So he can now see only the top doors. So, and this is going to pull back. So he's going to register this first 11 doors here. And because this village that we've been pulling down, hang with me, guys. Hang with, you're glossing over. I can feel it. I can feel you glossing over. Because that village that we pulled down manually is closer than these center ones over here, these doors register with it, which is very key. And the other cool thing it does there is when it does, it creates a village that is just absolutely enormous now. Because if you remember before when we were over there, the radius of a village is either the minimum of, or the maximum, I should say, of 32 or the distance between the center point of a village and its farthest door. So now the center of this village is going to be down here somewhere after adding those 11 doors, but it's still got a door way up there. So it has a massive radius. And the really cool thing now is the radius goes so far that it overlaps just barely on this side of any existing villages. And this is kind of the magic sauce here of how we can then add these doors. So redstone timing happens as a chain of repeaters and stuff. And this guy pops up one block. And when he does, all of these doors here, I think there's like 26 of them or something like that, are all registered. And they're just in range of this new massive village that is just outside here. Like those doors are just like one block away from these villages here, but they'll be just in range of linking up with the other ones. And when they do, and you add 27 doors to this village over here, it pulls the whole center point of that village now over here. And then now it's close enough to these villages to, or these doors to open, to register these doors to that same village. Made total sense, right? Right? You still with me? Anyone fast forward through all that? Anyway, at that point, the villager, like I said, is climbing up this thing, okay? And when he's doing that, no one is in range of those doors. No one is in range of that one door up there. No one is in range of those doors. Surprisingly, this villager on top here still can't see that. And the guy on the far satellite over there goes back down, and so no one is in range of those doors. So all of those doors I just mentioned will deregister after 60 seconds, basically right as that villager is cresting that corner up there. And it's going to leave the last village we just created with just the doors from there and the doors from there. And you get this nice sphere, which we're looking at right here as they overlap. So let's give this a try, and you will actually see how it works, and I'll show you. So here we go. I'm going to reset now. Bam. We're going to have to do a little bit of time lapse on some of this bits here. A little bit of lag there as all the pistons reset and everything. The villagers are down at the bottom. You can see there and all the way over there. They went down to the bottom. The villager was released, and he is climbing up the elevator. And again, the rate at which he climbs is very important because that's going to give enough time for all of these villages to deregister right as he's climbing up. So let's wait for him to get to the top. Okay, there he goes. You can see all the villages just deregistered, and our boy is just crossing the crest there. And as he does now, he's going to pick up this door right here. You're going to see a new village created right about now-ish. There it goes. Okay, so we got a red village there. He's going to fall down now, land on the first catcher system I talked about, register all those doors. See how all the lines connect, and the center point is right there now. He falls again. It's going to do the same thing. Register those 6 doors. It pulls the center point of the village down even more now. He's going to fall through. He's done. He's looping back around. You can see the boat villager just popped up there, so he's in range now, and he just registers these 11 doors right there. Now, this guy over there just popped up. It's all happening very quickly, I know, but that's the intent, and he registers all those doors, pulls this guy over to here, and right about now, there it goes. Bam, you just saw it pop there. It just registered all of those top doors right there. So everything is still registered. You can see all the lines connect and everything, and the village is still out of place. But what's happening now, like I said, the villager is going up the shaft there with a 60-second cooldown or whatever it is. That one, all those, and all those are going to deregister. And when it does, the only thing left is going to be the doors we want to keep. And this village thing is going to move right into the middle of the spawn area now, which is really cool. So you can see, okay, you can see them starting to deregister now. It should be like 6 seconds apart. It should be that one now, right about now. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay, there it goes. And then it should be actually like 12 seconds now. You can see he's getting close up there. So the timing is just right. Right when these deregister, which should be right about now-ish. Come on, come on. There we go. Boom. Everything's fine. And this guy is just cresting over there, and he's going to make the next village right now. Boom. So there you have it. That's how the magic works. Now, these guys right here are in a very specific position. Like I think I might have mentioned this. They are there because they're in range of the village, but they're far enough away where they can't register any of these doors. But also their Y height here is pretty important too, because if you remember, when this village is forming, there's a point where that village, you're going to see it in a second here, is actually going to move and be on top of all this redstone junk here. And it's actually could technically spawn golems, but because these guys are so low, they're not technically being seen. Yeah, right there at that phase it could spawn golems, but these guys are too low to be considered in the village. It's very weird how it works. It checks out like the full radius of the village, but only plus or minus 4 blocks. But you can see the second one is being created now. And once things start deregistering, which they should start doing again right now. Any second. It's probably going to make a liar out of me now. But that is basically how it works. Hopefully that's clear. So what I'm going to do now is time-lapse a little bit, just for a few seconds here, so you guys can see how this thing looks sped up, and I'll catch up with you back on the server. Alright guys, we are back on Hermitcraft now, and you can see I've been busy. During the live stream today, my buddies at F and I, we put in these spawn platforms here, and yeah, I changed my mind. I decided to go back to the simple ones for whatever reason. They're easier to build. I like the way they look a lot better. For something about just the 3 platforms, I'm able to clearly see a whole bunch of golems spawning and just like seamlessly flowing into the middle and everything. It's just more relaxing, and I enjoy the look of it. And it's just, like I said, it's easier to build. So we took care of that. I'm not convinced the rates on the other one are that much better, to be honest. And I could argue the point, but I'd be curious to see if anyone has any concrete data on it. Anyways, so we're ready to go here. Like I said, during the live stream, we did all this, and we accidentally kicked off the first creation or assembly of this thing. And it kind of worked, but it kind of wasn't ready. But we did get our first golem to spawn here. We had 2 golems to spawn, and then it stopped. So, let me show you what we got here. Let's see if I can... Excellent. And we got Rusty. So he's the... I just heard Wither spawn. Who's fighting Withers? We got our first golem in here. This cub, yep. We got our first golem in here, Rusty, so he will stay there forever now. The other thing, though... Excuse me. Well, a little burp there. I came back and this villager... down below, that guy was gone. There was just an empty boat up here. And I think it's because I didn't have the area protected. My guess is a baby zombie spawned up here and snuck under one of the 1-block gaps. So I changed this a little bit, put a solid block here and enclosed it. So he should be better protected. At least that's what I'm hoping it was. But luckily it's still easy to get villagers up here with this track. I'll probably leave this track in for quite a while, for like a week or so, just in case. But we're ready. We are ready to kick this thing off here. I'll need to double check everyone's doing good here. Fly. All right, we got that guy's in the bottom there. Our villagers are there. That guy's down on the bottom there. I think we're ready. So we have a little restart switch here, which is in the most convenient place ever to hit. I'll actually probably have a reset like down below eventually. Let's see here. Hey, Bug. How's it going? It's like skeet shooting. Ding. All right, I got to get over here now. I cleaned too much of this up. And it's impossible to hit this stupid button now. Do I have any other? Okay, good. I got some of this. Now I know why I kept this stuff around here. Okay, there and there. Down here. And there's the button. Okay. Now with this... Oh, God. Frame rate hitched as everything resets. Yeah, okay. There's a little bit of redstone that fires when that happens. Alright, we got a guy down there. Everything should be good. Now, I did add one other thing up top here to trap this villager in right there. You could see him. Just as a little, like, override, manual override thing. So I can flick this, and now he's ready to go. Hi, no, you're not getting out. On your way. Now, he should drop down. Yep, he just registered that first village door there. Now he's going to do the other ones. That one right there. He's going to get those, and he's going to fall down and get these right here. Just like we saw in the creative world. So he's registering those doors now. Now he's going to fall out. Go down and around. This signal comes down here. Opens up these first pistons right there. Excellent, excellent. And then, if we're quick, maybe we can see this guy get lifted. There he goes. He just got lifted up. That guy got shot up to the top. Okay, this is awesome. It seems to be working very well. And then this pops out right here, as expected, and that registers those doors. So, I'm pretty sure this is working now. I am going to AFK now. And now, those of you that are asking, that was the big question last episode, and I haven't... answer it yet correctly. You keep asking how long this thing takes to reset. It is a little bit longer, so it does take about an hour and a half, kind of standard for all of these. There are some fairly significant things I can do, I think, to get the reset down. I could probably get it closer to like an hour and 10 minutes or so. if I really wanted to. I'm not going to do it for this one, but I may do it for the tutorial. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. And of course, we also need names. We need names. I'm leaning toward the Iron Phoenix because it kind of, you know, when it dies, you can bring it back from the dead and revive it kind of thing. I like that name for some reason. I don't want to go with anything like Colossal or Gigantic because I did that already with the Titan, and it's hard to beat that. How's it going, boys? So, yeah, this is it. The villager is going up there. He's probably looping around. I don't even know where he is anymore. We're probably already on the second village, and I don't even know. This one probably is going to happen soon. I don't even know where we're at. But anyways, I'm going to AFK here for about an hour and a half, and when we get back, hopefully we're seeing lots of golems rain down. I don't even have much of a spawning area down here for them to land in, so that could be a problem. Catch up with you guys in a bit. Alright, we are back. We are back. It is much time later, and the assembly failed. It failed with catastrophic failure and a side of failure. Yeah, so I basically had one village. We were getting like, you know, one golem every 7 minutes or something. It was pooptastic. So after much, and I mean much, trying to debug this and figure out what's going on, I finally realized what the problem is, I think, and I'm going to fix it now. When I built this in my creative world, I accidentally only built 31 villages across because I had to mathinate, and that was very hard. So that was a failure. So now I bumped out to 32, which means that those villagers needed to be bumped out another square as well. Because what's happening is those villagers right there are detecting that one corner door and keeping it loaded so it doesn't unload. And when everything comes down, it keeps linking up with that every single time. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. So let me build a little platform down to there, and we're going to do some piston pushing and some happiness. Okay, this should be interesting. This should be interesting. One villager has already popped up here. I'm more on the backside here. I've got pistons over here ready to push glass. So basically, I want to push all these guys back from the chisel block they're on to this new chisel block. I've got all the glass back here. I'm pretty positive I'm going to derp this up. So anyways, we're going to do this one first because no one's popped out here yet. So if I break, I'm going to on boxes here. Okay, just to make sure. If I break this guy here, which is a block at their feet, they should all push back. Excellent. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here and not hit this guy's bounding box. Let's see if I can do it. Excellent. Okay, good. He fell down. Precisely what we wanted. And now I should be able to push there and there. Let me get some of this action here. Now if I do this, these are sticky, so I got to be careful I don't pull the block back. But it's going to push in and push all those guys to the back, I think. Yes. Yes. Okay, good. Now I want to break the piston before I pull it back. No. Alright, let's see if I can catch it here. Maybe I won't. Got it. Excellent. Okay. And now this guy here as well. I said this guy here as well. Excellent. Okay. And give me that. Excellent. Okay. Now I should... Oh, lost the redstone block. Oh, well, we'll have many of those in days to come. Alright, now I just need to do that and that. And that and that. Replace you. I don't want to hit Rusty. He'll be very angry. Okay. And alright, I'm going to get some slabby jabbies and clean this all up and cover that and take that and make this all good. And then we're going to press the button. And we're going to rebuild and I'll be back in an hour and a half. Finally it is working. There goes our happy little villager. I had to make some modifications here. I've been working on this thing for like another 4 hours now, trying to figure out why it wasn't working. I even had to download a backup copy of Hermitcraft and throw it in, look at the mods and stuff. Yeah, what it was is just, I don't even know if this is a bug in the game or what, but the door all the way up there was double registering as two separate doors, like, because it's two pieces, it would register the bottom piece and the top piece. I don't know why it was doing that, but it was doing it sometimes. Like, I know there was like, so what I did anyways, the solution was I had to lower that whole platform like 7 blocks. So now when he's right there, he can only see the bottom block, okay? Which solves the whole problem. The other side benefit is this thing actually resets a little bit faster now because he has to go up less blocks and come down. And again, there's probably even more optimizations I could make to trim off more time, which I'll definitely do before the tutorial. But we're working here. Right now, we are just finishing phase 1 here. So we got, what, 30 villages right now? There we go, 30 villages. Should be kicking in. So we're getting good rates. We're getting rates of like the original Iron Trench right now, basically. Just 32 villages overlapped. They're only spawning on the top. There's a couple right there. So We are happy. We are happy. But there was a realization that was kind of made here, guys. And that is our good friend Rusty here. He can't stay. He can't stay because he's in range of this village. And he's going to reduce the cap of golems that can be on the spawn platform at the same time. So it's got to happen, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He can't stay. Can't stay. Nostalgia and everything, but just there's just a moment of silence for our good friend Rusty and his remaining bits. Okay, so he's done. We got more golems coming down here. And down here, I have my super amazing high-tech collection system here where this guy escaped somehow, but they're all falling in here, just falling in there, and then max cramming each other to death. Yes, that's right. I just made it a verb. And I got some hoppers set up down here, and we've already got 3 stacks. Okay, so it's just getting warmed up here. And I just put this down like 10 minutes ago or so. So I am finally happy. I am happy that this thing is actually working now. So obviously this is a big project that needs to happen very soon now. We're gonna have some iron soon, guys. I love it. I love it. Let me know what you guys think. But we are done. Again, I need a name for this thing. Tutorial will be coming out sometime. I don't know when. Please don't pressure me because I got a lot to do still. I still got to do the Wither Farm tutorial, which may come first. I don't know yet. But yes, very happy. Very, very happy that this thing is finally working. I can't wait to AFK. Oh, look at XP Crafted doing the work. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Tango out.